Hey Scott, this is John Jenkins with Gen X Local here in Memphis. I live in the Memphis area and I work on websites and SEO and helping small businesses get their websites ranked, as well as creating leads via other websites or ranking my own and bringing in lead generation to theirs. So, more or less, just want to make other small businesses a lot of money, and in doing so, succeed myself. Anyway, I stumbled across your website because I was looking for actually a roofer to work with in Memphis, and I was sending out these videos to some of these roofers. But I wanted to reach out to you particularly, and just kind of let you know maybe what I could do for you, or just if I can't work with you, just let you know some things that could help improve your own standing and make you a little bit more money. But I wanted to show you a couple things. So I stumbled across your site. It was at the bottom of page 8 in Memphis when I did a search for roofing Memphis or whatever. And it's really nice. You have a good mobile optimized site. It's clean. It though lacks a lot of content. So I wanted to talk to you about three things that make a huge difference to Google in how they place your website. The first is content, right? Because that's where your keywords come from. So the more keywords that you have, and this not to be, overly crammed in or obvious, but the more natural keywords you have on your website, then the more Google's going to pay attention to you. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll back up here to the search term, or the search. See, I was on page 8 right here at the bottom, Scott's Complete Home Service. So you see, this is what I mean. Whoever built your website, this is what I mean by cramming them in unnaturally. Memphis Roofing, Memphis Roofer, Roofing, Memphis Home Improvement. Google doesn't actually like that. That's really plain and obvious what you're trying to do, that whoever's doing it is trying to optimize the site instead of just naturally creating a site for a business owner. So there's ways to do it that look. I mean, you got to remember Google's a computer, so it can you can trick it, right? You can do it without making it obvious. Anyway, so content is key, but natural, unique, original content, and lots of it. Every website I do, I have at least 1,000 words on my homepage. You've got like 100, maybe 150 here, and not much else throughout the rest of the site. So that being said, the other couple things I wanted to share with you are citations, which are anywhere on the web that your name, address, and phone number shows up. And then the third is going to be backlinks, or I like to call them votes, because they are votes that your website is an authority on that subject, and then Google takes that vote and gives it to you and places it higher in its rankings. Um, so the tricky thing with you is it looks like you've got 3 locations. Um, and so there's a certain way to do a multi-location business, and you need to end up getting citations done for every individual location, as well as a Google My Business page for each individual location. That's what gets you to show up in that little maps section, right? If I go this right here, the maps section, I couldn't find you in here at all for Memphis. Maybe you're there for South Carolina, but nobody's created you a Google My Business page specifically for the city of Memphis. So you're not showing up in the maps section either, which again hurts your ability to show up, because the map search is based on proximity. So no matter where you are in the organic rankings, a lot of people will still get business, at least from whoever's closest to them physically, because the map results work based on proximity. So the more citations you have, or the more your name, address, phone number is plastered all over the internet, then the bigger that radius gets away from your actual address, which is 4081 Riverdale Road. The more citations and the bigger your radius gets from that address, so that that proximity of where you'll show up on the maps section when people search from their physical address continues to increase. So without that, you're robbing yourself of anybody to find you in Memphis at all, um, whether you're on page 8 or 1 or 10, simply because you don't even have a Google My Business page that's been created and optimized for people to find you that just may happen to be near Riverdale Road. I mean, there's a certain amount of people that are going to need your services near you, and so anyway, so that's one thing. Citations and then backlinks. I couldn't really find any backlinks, so there's not a lot of strength coming to your website. But I also wanted to just mention the multi-location thing. Again, like I said, there's a way to do multi-location where you can actually have your website ranked in each location, and doing it this way where you don't have individual, like one homepage and then individual landing pages for each city, where you just have the 3 cities listed right here. This tends to confuse the heck out of Google, who's again a robot. So you've got to think not like a person, where, yeah, okay, this makes sense to a person, but to a robot, this looks confusing, and they don't actually know then where to place your business or how to read your keywords. So the reality is there's I would set your site up differently and optimize it a little bit better for a multi-location site, so that you could have be able to be optimized to show up for the correct keywords in Charleston, show up for the correct keywords in Columbia, and show up for the correct keywords in Memphis. You're going to have a hard time accomplishing that as long as you have all 3 of these on the same page, and no segregation in your content, because it's going to confuse Google, and Google's not going to know where to place your website. So basically, right now, your website is good, it's clean, it's mobile friendly, which is a great thing, but it's really only serving the customers who are looking for you directly or who already are your customers. So your website is not creating or bringing you any new clients in any of your 3 cities, as best I can tell, um, through searches, right? And so new clientele is what's going to grow your business. So I wanted to show you. This is Excellent Roofing. They are kind of the top dog, it seems like, in Memphis, as far as I can tell. So I wanted to show you this tool I use that pulls some of their information for me. So they have 131 keywords, and then this is their estimated traffic for the month. So you're going to have 431 people hit their site. This is the cost of, if you were to pay Google for an ad, that is how much it would cost to get, for the market, for the competitiveness, for the keywords. That's how much it would cost, 3.6 thousand, to get 431 people to your website. So with 431 people, if you have a 25% close ratio, that's 107. Average roofing cost is, let's say, 7,500. So that's $800,000. If you close 25% of that, that's 800K over the course of a month. If you close 25% of that in a month, that's $800,000. So look, I'm not promising. I never guarantee or promise that I can get you here. This guy's been here for a while. He's very established. But there's a whole big chunk of the pie on the way up to this number 1 spot that you're not getting any of right now. So I just wanted to show you that. They're showing up number 1, Roofing Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis Roofers, number 2. So they're this is what. So when I plug you into this same tool, they don't find you. There's not enough traffic to your website from any of your 3 locations to even register a reading on this tool. So it's got so little traffic that I can't even pull a report on it. So look, I don't say that at all to dog you. I say that because I want to help you. I say that because I can help you, and wanted to point some things out because the reality is you're focused on your business. You're focused on roofing, and this stuff is intricate and complicated and time consuming, and you don't, nobody. I don't expect business owners to be worried about stuff like this or or necessarily know about it. This is my area. This is what I do for a living. I'm in Memphis. I have the clients and I have the websites to back up what I say. I can show you the rankings. I can show you the data, the calls, the amount of money that I'm making. My towing guy, my tree guy. So anyway, I'm gonna reply to this email if you'd like to talk some more. My phone number will be on there, but I just wanted to give you a few tips, a few things I saw with your website, and if you have any more questions, I'm glad to help. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Happy Memorial Day.